Figured you guys had seen me take the wheels off this car and move it out and jack it up numerous times, so we're just going to start the video off right today by installing some cotter pins. Kind of difficult doing this, can't exactly use my right hand right now, but let's see. First one down. Got the outer tie rod, cotter pin installed. Now I'm gonna go and do the lower ball joint. Hopped over to the driver's side. Gonna do the upper control arm cotter pin now. That guy's good. Driver's side outer tie rod ball joint, cotter pin in as well. And we got the upper control arm cotter pin in. Finally, I noticed in the last video when I was editing that I mentioned that I was gonna install these lower radiator brackets. And I said it like 7-8 times. I never got to it in that video, but in this video I'm gonna do it. Got my drill, got some drill bits, and I have some cutting oil down here somewhere, right back here. This stuff's pretty good, helps protect your drill bits from burning up when you're drilling out metal. So just to save time, I'm gonna mock this up and get the first hole drilled out. Probably honestly get all the holes drilled out and get the brackets installed. But at least on the last bracket that I install, I'll film it and just kind of show how it works. All right, it's been a couple minutes since that last clip. Got the radiator all installed. I haven't been doing much of filming because the neighbor across the street's mowing his lawn. But yeah, this thing's really secure. Let me try to show you guys. Yeah, that thing's not going anywhere. Check this out. Got the lower pegs drilled out and installed. Can't really show you very well, but it's installed. Same with that one. So yeah, I'm pretty happy with that. And I have the exact same lower radiator support brackets on my purple car, which are really good. I've been running them on that car ever since I had it B20v turboed, which is actually the exact same swap that's in this car right now. Same turbo kit and everything, same radiators, same lower rad support brackets. It's essentially the exact same swap that was in my old car. And it's kind of cool, but anyway, yeah, I got everything ready to go. I'm gonna find a way to tuck this. I'll probably route this somewhere. I don't know yet, we'll see. Went ahead and got the connector for the radiator fan plugged in and kind of got it buttoned up right there to keep it from moving around. To me, it looks a little bit better too. Got the longer part of the fan wire zip tied up just to help keep it from bouncing all over when he's driving. So at this point, this whole unit is completely ready to go. I'm gonna go ahead and throw on some radiator hoses and get those all clamped down. I got the lower radiator hose in place. Just gonna try to do these clamps one-handed while filming. Okay, that one's on. Now the bottom one is a screw-on fitting. Now for the upper radiator hose, I said it in the first video. The hose that came on the car on the B18v1 was really swollen, and I wasn't really happy with the way that it was fitting. It was a very loose fit. You could still slide it, even when the clamp was on. I have this new hose that I'm gonna install for him. I got my radiator clamps tight. What's up, Sam? What's up, Sam? He doesn't care. Anyway, upper rad hose clamp on the radiator side is tight. Upper rad hose clamp on the engine side water neck is tight. Lower rad hose squish, like a spring clamp, is tight. And the lower rad hose radiator side is tight as well. So everything's good. This thing's coming together. I'm pretty happy. So I'm now at a point where all the suspension is tight and all the cotter pins are in on both sides. I'm gonna go ahead and throw the wheels on real quick and then do a quick go around with the torque wrench. Can't remember if I said anything about this in any of the last clips, but put a piece of vacuum line right there between the radiator and the radiator core support, just in case there is any vibration and it's rubbing and it does bounce off the radiator core support. It doesn't wear a hole into the radiator. I'm about ready to torque these wheels, and I'm gonna lower the car down just enough till the wheels start to touch the ground, just so there's a little bit of load on the suspension. About like that. I'll do my first hit on the front wheels at 80 foot-pounds with the torque wrench, and then I'll lower it the rest of the way and then torque the whole car one more time. I didn't touch the rear wheels, I didn't take them off. It's just in good practice to go behind other people potentially and verify someone else's work. Got my torque wrench set to 83 foot-pounds. At the driver's side now, same as the other side, do a star pattern, start with the lowest one. I think that's gonna do it for tonight. It's about 8 o'clock right now. I will pick back up with y'all tomorrow. Hey, tell me if this banner looks good on this car though, real quick, before I make a $45 mistake.
Oh, I found your butt plug.
Okay, here, for real. Let me see. Move your damn fingers.
Butt plug?
Oh, shoot.
If I don't like it and I put it on, it's a $45 mistake.
I like it.
I think it looks too cluttered.
She said it looks too busy.
No, it doesn't, dude. It's fine. Don't listen to her.
You heard
Don't
it.
listen to her.
You like it or what?
I like it. Where's mine?
You got $45.
Payday.
Bro, you film like shit.
Oh, yeah, shit. This is recording.
Anyway,
Bro,
I gotta drain the transmission fluid. I already cracked the plugs loose off
You
camera.
want the oil
That's the
filter
fill
off.
plug, and that is the drain plug. I hope you guys can see that, but 25 seconds in, perfect. Transmission fluid, oil's gonna be new, coolant's gonna be new, power steering fluid. See that? That fluid looks brand new still. I'm gonna let that drain for a minute. I got a little hand pump that you're able to stick down inside of these oil containers for the gear oil and pump it out manually. So let's see. Oh, jeez, what the? Oh no! My fishing rod was stuck in the door. All right, I found it. Keep it in this bag because it gets kind of nasty, but this is what we're gonna use. Tight. Some Honda manual trans fluid. 2 quarts? 2.5. 2.5. 2.5 quarts. Tight. Good. So apparently there's a 14 mil on top of the trans by the motor mount. Right there.
So if you guys can't get it through here,
The breather hole.
if your pump is too big, the hose on the pump is too big, literally take that 14 out. It fits perfectly in there, and you guys can start pumping away without it coming out.
All right, 1 quart down. Okay.
Slower too.
Yeah, sounds like it's scraping. That's cool. Oh, where's that 14 at? And I'll tighten it. Is this it?
Yeah, it's up on
It's
the
a
back.
long
Don't
ass
forget to make sure you have the crush washer.
crush
on
washer.
there.
Got my best friend over here. Will you turn that to tighten, please? That's definitely tight enough right there. Yep. Yep, that's plenty.
You don't want to overdo it. It's not pressurized anyway.
Okay, well, transmission fluid's good. We need to find that breather. Whenever Si takes shit off, he typically loses it, so then we have to run around looking for shit for a while. It's right here on the ground.
How the heck did it get over there?
I don't know. Can you put this on, please? Now,
We
oil
gotta-
change and the sandwich plate.
Alternator.
Okay. Oh, yeah, we got to do the alternator. You do the alternator.
I'll do that real quick.
I will do the sandwich plate. And the oil filter with the part number. You're so stupid. Figured before putting the sandwich plate on, we should throw the turbo kit on, just so I know how to route the sandwich plate, which I'll explain here in a couple of minutes. Dude, it looks just like my old setup. It's like it is, you know?
Weird, huh?
Yeah, it's a little goofy. We got to pick up some more hardware. We don't exactly have all the bolts.
We got the two.
We need, since it's a cast manifold, the runners. What is that? The flange? Yeah, the flange is a little bit thicker than factory, so we got to run longer studs.
Longer bolts.
Okay,
This
so
is the right size.
we got 2 nuts on, 1 on either side, right? So then we just got to go get some more studs that match the length of this one, which I can't really show. There it is. I'm gonna see if the guys at work will do us a favor and hopefully maybe help us up with that dump tube so it's not blowing straight at the headlight. It's getting dark working with the flash on now. Oh yeah, that hurt. Gonna replace this crush washer too. Why does that look red? So anytime I get any parts from Honda, they've always hooked me up with new crush washers. So they always tape one to the top of the oil filter for me. Okay. New crush washer. Gotta peel that tape off my shirt.
I took it off. I
You
didn't put
son
it
of a
on, I
bitch.
promise. Oh, yeah, I'm on the parts.
Yeah, that's all I ever run on my shit. You don't believe
It
me?
just doesn't make
Wait
sense.
till I do the build series on this.
Bro.
By build, I mean
This is the thing, though.
fix.
We get these for $6.
$6 a piece.
Walmart has their crap for what, $5 or something like that?
No,
For the-
dude. Honda all the way. Red labels all day.
Yeah.
I'll let it drain for a few more minutes before throwing the plug back in. It got dark really fast. Is that better?
Bright as hell, dude.
All right, the oil's been draining to a point that it's starting to drip. New crush washer. Oh, shit dripped on me. Gonna wipe off the residual oil. Drain plug's tight. Okay, I'm gonna explain this while I'm up here real quick, just because it's a little bit easier. So basically the gasket inside, you guys can see the gasket, it's just like an oil filter. It's got the exact same principle, the same idea behind it. This side goes up against the block, right? And you're gonna take this little bolt, I guess, this bolt, and you're gonna thread that. That's gonna sandwich up right there around that ring. And then your new oil filter is gonna screw on to right here. So basically it's just adding a supply of oil feed. I guess it's an external oil line.
Cleaner oil to your turbo because it filters dangos. Instead of just teeing it from your block and getting straight dirty oil, this filters the oil and gives your turbo clean oil,
Okay,
just like your motor.
right on. I like it. So that's what's next on the agenda. So what I'm gonna do first probably is route this down around the back side of the engine and then tap in the feed line, just so that's out of the way. Let me just get this on, because then we can pull slack out of the line if we need to. Like that?
That right there works good.
Okay. So it is a low shift sandwich plate, and I'm using a 1 1/16 socket because that's what best fits. I don't have any metric sizes here.
Okay, that's all you know.
The O-ring's good.
Yeah, O-ring's good. I'm gonna hold it right here for the feed. And you just go ahead and tighten her up.
Thank you.
Okay, while you're down there, let me hand you the filter, or I could screw the filter on.
All right, that's plenty tight.
Just a spin.
That's probably good. Okay. That's in. That's good. I like it. All right, now we got to connect the turbo return line. Oil return line. Oh my goodness, that light is terrible. Come down a little bit. Yeah. Side, what do you do to this light?
I try to lift it up higher.
What do you do to this light? Return line is tight. Feed line's tight. Sandwich plate's tight. Oil filter's tight. Now we just got to fill it with oil, right? Cool. All right, so I do 5 quarts of oil. Oh shit. I need a tripod really bad. Someone in the comments was like, you should get a tripod so you can film more of what you're doing. And I was like, you know, that's a really good idea. I do need to do that.
I'll buy one.
But you'll buy one?
I'll buy one.
He's gonna supply. Damn, dude.
Yeah, dude.
I like that. I'm gonna try this again. This shit's being held up by screwdrivers. All right, 5 quarts when I have turbos. These are typically 4.5 quarts on a B series. VTEC B series. I don't know what non-VTEC is. It may be the same.
Same exactly.
It's the same. Okay. 5 quarts with turbo to compensate for the extra oil feed going to the turbo. Just how I do it. Doesn't mean you have to. Mobile 11030. High mileage. Advanced full synthetic. No, this motor's a JDM motor, so it's got like what? Maybe 65, 75,000 miles? Alright. 5 quarts. Where's the dipstick at? You pulled it out. It's a good spot. I'm only filming this part because I can't see. Oh! Oh, I still missed. There she is. I gotta turn that around.
She's in.
Dude, look at that. Oh, man. I figure I should mention because someone's probably going to say something. Or maybe you're just simply wondering. This bungee cord is holding up the exhaust system, okay? There's no hangers under this car. If you guys watched the first video, I cut the exhaust right about the firewall area and then it just fell, right? So they welded. It wasn't the owner's fault. He had someone else weld it and he didn't know they were going to do this in his defense. But they welded the whole exhaust system to the Integra Type R 42-to-1 header. So I had to pull the header off the engine and sag it. I don't remember if I showed that or not, but yeah. So it's holding on by hopes and dreams. You see that little sliver of exhaust? That's how this shit's being held up right now. And those hangers, looks like there's one there, but there's not one on the other side. But even that one has seen better days. All right, I made a list of everything that I had left to do. This is everything, so we can mark off oil, manual trans fluid, let's see, alternator wiring. I need to do the coolant expansion tank. I'll do that right now. Let's see, what else? Let's do that strut bar and coolant expansion tank right now. Dude, oh my. All right, give me that strut bar. Perfect. Oh, man.
12 up?
No, the 12 should be in the box. The short guy. I don't have a long one. I can tell you exactly where it's at. I'll tell you not on camera. All right, so here's the coolant expansion tank, and with how close they're half rad is to the expansion tank, I'm not able to slide it in because we hit, right?
Just remount it like I did.
Oh, I know, I'm getting to that. All right, so what we're gonna do, there's one 10mm bolt, I think, yeah, one 10mm bolt holding this bracket down, and I'm gonna go from there. One 10mm on this bracket. Pop this bracket off. This little tab, there's a little hole inside of the chassis, so you gotta bend this tab out. So you wanna bend that tab. Just like that. That's good right there.
This is why these pliers can't pick up coins anymore.
Yeah, let's see, where's she at? And we're just gonna kinda angle it off like that a little bit. And it should, in theory, fit. Look at that. I tighten that so the clamps don't fall off. But yeah, anyway, that's how I do it. I don't know how you do it, Si, but that's how I do it.
That's how mine is in my Integra.
Oh, is it?
Yeah.
I like it. See? Just like that. And I like to kind of hang. I don't like these ears hanging off, so I'll kind of tuck them like that. Something in that fall apart. Why do you tighten that? I can't.
As he was saying, we had these down here. And just get the top.
Gosh dang it.
And again, there's no pressure in this, so this is just because
It's just overflow. So like when the car cools off, it'll push coolant up out of that hose and down into the reservoir.
or vice versa.
And yeah, either way, when it starts to cool off, no, when it starts to heat up, it'll suck.
Yeah.
So check it out. I'm
Nice
happy with
mounts,
that, dude.
Super solid.
Yeah, everything's
like
really solid.
solid.
Yeah, this is cool. I'm excited to tune it, dude.
Yeah, me too.
So excited to tune it.
Alternator.
Gonna go to Mexico.
Should probably do that.
All right, we're gonna wrap it up for the night, but this is where we stand currently. Let's see, we got the turbo kit done, strut bar's done, coolant expansion tank is done, wire VTEC fuel pump tune, power steering. I can't install the pump yet because I don't have a bracket. Can't align it yet because it's not exactly running quite yet. Wideband will do tomorrow. Waiting to do the exhaust, and I can't do coolants until it's running, of course. Then we'll bleed the clutch tomorrow. It's just simple things. We're almost there, but gonna wrap it up for the night. I'll show you guys how far we got. Pretty close. Pretty close. She's coming together real nice. Just a couple more things. It's just all the home stretch stuff, the small stuff. So today's a sad day. I'm gonna share this moment with you guys. Some memorial for my shoes. I don't like buying new shoes, so I wear them for as long as I can. I'll have a nice set for outside of work, and then a busted set for work. And then when I decide to buy another nice set for outside of work, I'll retire my nice set and then use them as a work set. And yeah, so if you guys ever catch me with my busted ass shoes on, just know it's because I'm poor. So long. These are covered in gear oil, coolant, oil, you name it. They typically go up pretty fast too.
The boss is gonna come over there. What the heck?
Oh yeah, he's pulling up right now. He's over there coming through the garage.
Can't see us.
Hey bro, you know how I'm really picky about getting new shoes?
Yeah.
I just retired a set, so you want to join us for this moment?
Oh, no way.
I just retired my set.
I'm glad I showed up when you did.
I know, me too.
You want to say a couple words?
Hey buddy. Bro, I think they're going. I don't think they're gonna stop.
I didn't know.
What's up, dude?
Oh dude.
Good to see you. Put 'em on.
Yep. Smells like oil.
What the heck you did?
It's been a couple days since the last clip. Quite a few days actually. I don't even know where I left off, but I'm gonna tell you guys where I'm at right now. Been running into a couple of roadblocks. Quality of some parts that were previously on the car, and parts that I feel he needs to order before we even bother tuning the car. And I'll get into all that here in a few minutes. It's just like, with how long it's been sitting here, and even if he ordered all these parts that I need to get it right and get everything 100% the way I want it before we go out and tune it, it would take like probably at least another 2 weeks to get this thing up on the road. And that's another 2 weeks of it sitting in my driveway in the weather and keeping me from starting on that car, keeping me from doing stuff on my daily driver that I absolutely need to get done, even more so than this car. And it's keeping me from doing this car, if that'll focus. So it's just like, I just told him, hey, here's where I'm at with it. I do not have the right alternator belt off of your old motor. It doesn't fit on this one, so I need you to figure out which one is the right one, get it ordered and get it put on the car, get it tightened. Until we have the alternator belt, I can't bleed the power steering pump, because obviously the car needs to run. It needs to be able to charge the battery to maintain and keep the car running. He does not have a 5-bolt downpipe gasket, so that's just on there right now, which it isn't going to tune 100% properly because there's going to be a pretty big exhaust leak right there. He's going to need to get a T for right there. Not a T, just like a straight fitting, or even a new complete vacuum line from the wastegate to the turbo. What else is there? Oh, and his exhaust. I was looking the other day doing the inspection on it. Look how low that is, dude. Look how that thing is about to touch the ground. So I was inspecting the exhaust hangers and I found that they're so stretched out. You could pull on them with your fingers and stretch them out. Like, they're not supposed to be like that. They're so worn out. So I was telling him that he's got to get on the exhaust hangers too, just because that's a safety concern, not only for himself, but all the other drivers around him. So I thought that was pretty important too. It's just small little things like that I'm just like, you know, I didn't do the exhaust. It's not my fault that we don't have an exhaust gasket. It's not my fault the hangers are so stretched. And like, I'm just wasting my free time on my days off here at the house, and I could be doing a lot of other things, stressing and worrying about this thing, when these aren't even in relations with the swap. These are things from previous people who have worked on it, or whatever it may be, whatever the situation may be. It's out of my hands and it's not really my responsibility, I don't feel, and I told him that. So if anyone's wondering, we're good, we're on good terms. I told him that. He was very understanding of everything. And I told him, of course, I'm going to help him finish it once he has all that stuff done. I just don't feel it is my responsibility. I already feel like I have gone above and beyond on this for him. Just spending free time on it. I literally did this whole swap and turbo thing for free. Let that one sink in, everyone. This whole swap and turbo kit and steering rack. Now, he paid me to do the steering rack, to be fair. Anyway, I did the whole swap and turbo kit for free. So every little custom thing you guys have seen in the videos, every little detail that was not power steering rack related, I did for free. So yeah, I do feel bad that there are things that are kind of deterring me from finishing it and getting it running and driving so he could come here and just drive it home. And I was telling him as well, if it was a paid thing and I was getting paid to do these things and go over things and fix things and check everything that I hadn't touched that someone else has touched, it would be a different story. But since it's been all for free on my days off, yeah, not feeling it. So anyway, like I said, he's very understanding and had no issue with doing all those small other things and getting it ready. He said that he and his brother can handle it, no problem, and I figured as much, but it's just little roadblocks like that have been kind of slowing us down here. But he's going to come get the car. This is probably the last time you guys are going to see the car for a while at least. I'm sure he's going to hit me up to get it tuned and everything. I've already paid the tuner. He's waiting, so the sooner Rafe gets this car done, the sooner we can get it tuned. But there are no refunds on the tune. The tune has been paid for. The base map has been paid for. The base map is loaded onto the car and it is ready to be tuned as soon as these other things are done. That's all that's left for it. Time to let this one go and start up on the next project. We have everything for that car, so Sai goes in for surgery soon, so I don't know when that one's going to get done, but if nothing else, probably going to start doing some tune-up stuff on this car maybe next weekend. I just got to see where I'm at. Life's been really crazy right now, and a lot of personal stuff kind of getting in the way of production over here, but and the YouTube videos and the uploads have been all over the place lately. They haven't been on schedule every Sunday night. And today's Sunday, so I still got to edit and upload a video. But anyway, enough talking. This is the end of the B20v Turbo DC2 series. And until next time, you guys will see this car getting tuned in a later date in a different video. But until then, thanks for watching, and I hope you guys enjoyed the series.